Today we have Alex and Louis. They're going to try out the Kinetic Band for the first time. They've got one each. I'm going to do my best to explain the different reasons why you need a Kinetic Band and how it's going to be helpful for your game. Okay, so to begin, you need to clip the Kinetic Band onto the lower part of the fence. This is important because when you're driving out of the band, you need it to be coming from a low angle, which helps you with your weight transfer going up and forward into the court. So we'll head back to the fence and clip on. Jump into the Kinetic Band, so slide your dominant arm through. We'll go forehands first, spin around, and you want the band to cross over the hip. Yeah, perfect, Alex, and here's the ball. Okay. And Louis, you're gonna spin the, yep, that's correct, keep going. Perfect. Now the band works on rotational resistance. So if you start front on, facing the camera, yep, perfect. The way that the band's wrapped around your body means that it's always trying to rotate you and turn you side on. Okay, so naturally it wants to turn your shoulders to begin, and then you have to resist the tension to drive forward and into the ball. But thinking that the energy comes from the ground, right? So we need to take the energy out of the ground, bring it up through our body, around through our core, down our racket and onto the ball. Okay, so when you unwind into your shot, it needs to be in that order. So it starts by driving through the legs and turning the hip from the side to the front. That's the first part. Notice my shoulders haven't turned yet. Okay, the next part is the unwinding of the upper body and letting the swing come all the way through and finishing fully rotated. A lot of tennis players tend to rotate in like a block, okay? And this is where this product is really beneficial because it helps you feel the difference between pushing the hip through first and then letting the upper body unwind after. So when you're going for your dry swings or when you're throwing the medicine ball, try to work on getting the hip to the front first and then letting the upper body follow through afterwards. Make sense?
Yep.
Okay, so Louis, you're gonna dry swing a few. Yeah, come forward a little bit. You're gonna throw the ball to me, Alex. Yep. I'll catch it and off you go. Yeah, start on the side. Perfect. And I like to use the med ball as well because it's a nice progression because you can really feel the weight of the ball and how you have to use your body correctly to throw a heavier object down the court. So at the moment, Alex, you're actually moving a little bit together. Let's break it down and do it in blocks. So we're gonna start on the side. I want you to flick your hip to the front first, but leave the ball on the side. Okay, then throw me the ball. So turn the hip, good. Let's do it in like blocks, and then as you start feeling it, you can kind of make it flow together a bit more. Correct. Good, okay. And let's go side on, bend your legs. Yeah. Cool, and then turn your hips to the front, but your shoulders need to stay this way. So hips only.
This way.
Good, and when you do that, do you feel that the tension goes into your core, like your body gets like twisted up? That energy there puts you in a really powerful position to then let it unwind onto the ball in one motion. Yeah, exactly. And this is the feeling that we're really going for, and I'm hoping that that hip at the back with the band on it allows you to just feel that position a bit more. Okay, so you're really gonna extend the hip to the front, but keep the shoulders on the side, and then let the upper body spring through. Yes. Correct. See if you can feel that.
This way, and then this way.
Much better, and I felt the power on that. Good. Now exaggerate the arms at the back. I want you to put them right back. Good, and then let it unwind. Good. Nice. Louis, that looks really good, mate. You're freeing up that hip really well. Good, that's better. Good, and then you're just trying to decrease the time between the hip coming to the front and the upper body coming through. So they get closer together because the hip becomes more explosive and it's less like block, block. You know, it's more like boom, and it all kind of flows out. That's where effortless power comes from. Yeah, that was good. Nice, and we're throwing a 4 kg medicine ball here. If you're a younger player or a smaller player, you can throw even a 1 kg ball and get the same feelings. Awesome, okay, let's change sides. Louis, yes, change bands, we're gonna go backhands, but Louis, you're gonna be on the med ball with me. Alex working on the same principles, but just on the other side. So when you jump into the backhand side, it's opposite arm goes onto the band and then spin around. Yep, keep going. Backhands are in the middle. Perfect. Okay, same thing goes on the backhand. So hips go to the front, but upper body stays twisted to the sides. Yeah, and then let it unwind.
Cool.
Okay, let's go. Nice. So left shoulder to the front afterwards, even more. Okay, let's pause. A little bit better with the upper body, that was good. I want to see it in the legs as well, because there was good upper body rotation, but the back leg wasn't really translating through as well. So I want the hip to go first, and then the hip's going to come all the way around to the front. Okay? Yeah, release it. Release it, and then the upper body follows, okay? Off you go. We want the hips to drive the shot. That's better. Good. Drive the shot with the hip, let the upper body follow afterwards. Bring it round even more. Fight the band. I know it's pulling you round. Beat the band. Awesome. Okay, freeze. How'd you find that?
Great.
Yeah, do you feel?
I feel it resisting me, especially when I'm getting through that follow through as it tightens.
Yeah.
Yeah, and definitely noticed a difference staying low, and my hips are turning more after using this.
Cool. All right, let's get Alex on her forehand, okay? Here we go. Now this is actually interesting. You're probably going to hit the band a little bit, and that's actually quite typical for females to have a little bit of like a wraparound swing, but you lose a lot of power when the racket comes all the way around behind your body. Like in an ideal world, the racket stays on that side of the band the whole time. So see it, I know it's going to feel a little different to what you normally do, but see if you can keep that arm out to the side of the body the whole time. That's better. Okay, and let's freeze. This could be really good for you because you just need to make that slight adjustment, and now you've got a bit of like a feel feedback there, because when you hit the rope, you know, like, okay, I need to space the arm out to the side a bit more. Okay, yep. And the hips are looking really good. You're using your lower body nicely and unwinding into the ball. Massive power coming out. It's awesome. Drive into the band.